Hello, and welcome to this video on repotting a bonsai tree. In this video, this jade tree sample will be transferred from the current training pot to a bonsai pot. Begin by setting your wire mesh in the bottom, along with any securing wires you will need later on. Add a thin layer of potting mix to the pot. This will cover the mesh along with some of the wire used to secure the plant later on. Look at the plant after you have removed it from the original pot. See how well established the root system is. In this case, it is very limited root growth, as the plant is being transplanted now for later on display at the end of the year. These roots would normally need to be expanded out to cover the width of the pot and allow for greater growth, access to moisture and nutrients. In this case, however, it is unnecessary due to the limited root mass. Place the tree in the pot so the wires sit around the root ball and the wires will cross over later on. Spray out as much of the root ball as you can. In this case there was limited capacity to do so. Then add a layer of potting mix over this again. As you can see here, that brings it to near the rim of the pot. Cross the two wires over and secure them against each other by tying them around much like a hangman's noose. Then tighten this wire until the tree is securely in place. Add slightly more potting mix over this again until it is nearly level with the top. You would then either add gravel to cover the top of the potting mix, or add more potting mix until it is level with the surface. Moisten it slightly, and then add more as needed once the potting mix is compacted. You have now transferred one tree from one pot to another pot. You can then wire the tree as needed. In this case there is little need for it as it is underdeveloped. However, the trunk will be treated with lime sulphur in the near future to bring it up to a much lighter colour. In larger specimens, or those that are more developed, you may need to trim the root ball. This may require the use of larger knob cutters, branch cutters, or other devices, even going so far as to use a large saw. This potting mix was already moist to make it easy to work with. It has a modest amount of fertiliser mixed in. Over the next 3 months, the branch structure should grow considerably, and as it divides and expands, the tree will become more suited to a display specimen. This is only a small experimental tree, used to test some ideas. At the moment, it is unsuitable to anything except for these experiments. Several errors that were made during this were to place the tree in the center of the pot. As with most bonsai trees, the tree should be planted slightly off from center. This is entirely for aesthetic reasons. Thank you for watching this video. Please post any comments, questions or suggestions you may have below.